Oops, accidentally ended the stream. Hi. How you doing? Wait, this isn't correct. Models V2. There we go. It ignored my commands. I was meant to be in this thing today. Okay, no, it's all set up. So, gosh, sorry, hay fever. I got myself a glass of water. I need water. I'm dying. No, what a fancy jacket. You're jealous. You be jealous of my fancy jacket. Water. There we go. Trade off. Oh, I forgot to change the chalkboard again. Yeah. Okay, I've drank some water. If that helped my throat. I'm not dying. Yeah, be jealous. Look at my jacket. Look at a little thing. Look at the shoulder things. They go swish and swoosh. Swishity swooshy. Swishy swooshy 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 swoosh. Swooshy swoosh. Yeah, my so I am like super croaky today. I don't know why. There you go. How is everyone? I'm Cupcake Conjurer. I'm taking my hat off. It's too warm today. I'm Cupcake Conjurer in name and profession, and this is oh gosh, no, Cuptle, get back in here. There we go. There we go. Oh, I just dropped Cuptle. I didn't drop it on his head. You're fine, aren't you, Cuptle? You're fine, aren't you, Cuptle?
Pog online poggers.
What's that meant to mean? You're alive and you're painting minis. You're painting minis. We're building minis today. Building minis. Do. I hope your painting goes well. I was painting a little bit before stream. I did my Japanese studies today. I did some exercises. I put a time limit on Reddit on my phone, but it's not working. So I got distracted by Reddit for a lot longer than I wanted to. Wonder if I should just block the website on my phone. I think that would be good. Yeah. Look how wide my eyes can be. Look how tiny my irises can be. I can be like, oh, hello. I'm staring into your soul. Oh, it's so silly. It's so silly. Yeah. Hi, Nano Fight. How you doing? Oh. Man. So this is my eyes normally. I wonder how wide I normally have my eyes. Yeah. Even the tongue has two colours. Wow. Yeah, like it's always had two colours. Even on my other model, two colours. Tastes like turtle. Tastes like turtle. But how are you doing? How are you doing, Iris? How are you doing? Yes, Dado or Fulgur? Is it Fulgur? I can't remember. Hi, Nano Fate. Pretty good. Won't be going on my after lunch walk today, though. Too humid to walk. Understandable. Oh, I did do my exercises today. I've been trying some other exercises. Where you put like your knee on a bench, or well, actually put it on my bed, and like so you're leaning over it, and you like lift up a weight up and down. It's just a really light weight, but still, I've had to just do a bunch of sets of that. I've been trying to build back muscles. I need to build back muscles. I've been doing back stretches again, and I've been doing leg stretches. I've been trying to get my tummy muscles strong. And I've been doing like my Japanese with you test thing while I've been on for exercise bike. And the more I get correct, the less review options I have to do at the end, meaning the quicker the test goes, meaning the less time I have to spend on the bike, which is a really good incentive to have to do well on the test. Although then, because I'm on the bike, I sometimes accidentally misclick. And so I get the wrong answer. Oh yeah, 6-pack. Wait, 6-pack. Every day, 6-pack. Right now, 6-pack. I used to have a kind of a 6-pack. Yes, it's me, Fulgrim. I still remember what you said about the Magna. The Magna Rail sucks. It sucks. It doesn't. I just said that to upset you because you said the Darklands sucks. And the Darklands is my baby. The Darklands is beautiful. Never say it sucks. No. I mean, the rail rifle is really short range. It's heavy, so it's at -1 to hit usually. You can only take 1 per squad of 10. Ow, my fingernail. Oh yeah. I mean, the Magna Rail cannon on the, what's it called? What is it called? Words. The Fortress is amazing. Great stuff there. I gotta say bad things out for Capicus again. For Hecaton, yeah, for Hecaton. It's a hecaton of money that it costs and it's a waste. The Capicus Defender, can't that also get a Magna Rail cannon or something on it? I have to look. I don't have a Defender, I have a Carrier. New recruit. Let's go over here. Let's go to website. Wasn't the website? Oh, we viewed mighty stomps interview. Look at these mighty stompers. Look at the big old stompies. It's got. That's a very big model. My goodness. Morgul the Mighty. Oh. Also, new shotguns and combi weapons. Yay. Oh, wait. You can't even see it. You can't even see it. The website is not here. Okay, go back. Go back. Morgul the Mighty stomps interview. Look at this model. It's so big. It's so big. Where did my mouse go? Mouse. There we go. It's so big. Stop disappearing, mouse. I know you're sleepy. That's Kana from my mouse is Kana from Dragon Maid. My cursor. Oh my gosh. Poke in the eye. Poke in the eye. Look how big this model. That's like a giant ogre. And it makes it look tiny. That must be a massive model. Does it even tell you how big its face is? I have no idea. A gulping god. A gulping god. Also combi weapons and stuff. Combi weapons. Shotguns. So Horus Heresy. Anything else today? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, you got the Morg Ogre Tribe rules stuff. Oh, I thought they said that foes were going away. Turns out they're not. I thought those are old ogres. They are old ogres. No, they're not. For new ogres, they just got for different paint scheme. Never mind. Ignore me. Oh look, it's my favourite one. For gorgeous. The gorgeous are the bestest. The gorgeous are gorgeous. But let's look. Photon. There we are. Leagues of Photon. What does a Capicus Defender have? Magna Rail. Yeah, it can get a Magna Rail cannon. 24-inch range, 1 shot, strength 14, AP -4, devastating wounds. See, this one's not too bad because it will hit on 3s if you don't move, hits on 4s if you do move. It's only 24-inch range, that sucks, but it is quick enough to get into range of people. It still only does. The main issue with this one, you're spending. You get the auto cannon as well, I guess. You get your scout move. but you're spending 65 points on effectively just a weapon that can do at max 6 damage. It's very likely to do 6 damage. On average, it would do 5. It's only got a 50-50 chance of hitting in the first place. I mean, this can go up to 2+ if you combine heavy with the faction abilities, I guess. And then strength 14. But still only one shot, only 24-inch range. And you get the auto cannon, which isn't bad, but again, only 24-inch range. If it had the ability to like hunt or whatever a bit better, it would be easier, like, do you know, for sentinels? Or if it was D6 plus 3 damage. Yeah, 1 in 3 is not great. If you combine that though with cover, suddenly it hits him on 6s. Which I mean, combine it with your army rule and you might be able to get it back up to 5s. But let's look at the Magna Rail rifle here. 18 inches. That's the issue with a Magna Rail rifle. It's 18 blooming inches. That means most of the time you won't even be able to get a single attack in the first turn. There's a chance you'll be wiped out before you can use it. It's strength 12, AP -3, so it's not too bad. That's basically last cannon strength. It only hits on 5, so you have to stay still. Oh, you can move 3 inches now. And you do get rerolls of 1s to hit, which isn't bad. Devastating wounds is fine. D3 plus 3 damage, it's fine. It's good. It does mean its maximum damage is 6. Compare that to a last cannon, which is maximum damage 7. Its average damage will be 5 compared to last cannon average damage of 4.5. But where it really shines is it will do at least 4 damage. Assuming enemy special rules don't come into play. Whereas like a last cannon will do 2 damage minimum. So it's a bit more reliable in terms of like its damage output, but at the same time it's worse. You know? It's not great, it's not bad. It's not great, it's not bad. Then you got like the missile launcher, which is, why am I being wrong again? Just give me a moment. More cold callers. More cold callers. It's terrible. I mean, it could have been my doctor. I don't know. But yeah, so you got for like the missile launcher, which is honestly not any better in terms of, oh gosh, what am I doing? Like how much damage it can do. So, I don't know. In the missile launcher, the main thing I like about it is it can do blast, it's got better range, and it can still hit it up if you need to. It's a plasma weapon. The plasma weapon's decent enough. The main issue that Photon constantly run into is just how low range everything is. So the main reason I'm not a big fan of the rail rifle, and I do use it in my warriors, mind you. I mean, it's not bad. But where it just stops being like a favourite weapon is the fact that warriors are your battle line unit. They're your objective capturers. You want them moving through stuff. They got a sticky objective, so the entire thing is they go from one objective to the next, just tagging objectives, trying to do stuff like that. They're a bit durable, they can hit relatively well, these iron blasters, or the bolt rifles, whatever you want to use. So they're okay, but because of that, you don't really want to be using a heavy weapon. Like, this is just more there to just... It's a pot shot weapon. rather than this is a reliable way of getting rid of vehicles. It's just a way of taking pot shots at vehicles. Maybe it will do damage, maybe it won't. Same goes with missile launch and stuff like that. But plasma gun isn't too bad. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you look at it, it's got 18-inch range. So again, this is where 18 inches. You got to struggle taking something sometimes. If you shoot at over 9-inch range, you get your sustained hits D3. So on average, you're going to get. If you do hit, you're getting 3 hits. If you don't hit, you're getting no hits. So generally, you're getting 2 to 4 hits, average of 3. If you combine that with the fact that you miss 50% of the time, you get an average of 1.5 hits in. It's strength 8, which is pretty nice. You don't get a hot, which is pretty nice. You don't have hazards. AP 3, pretty nice. Damage 2. I'd say this is arguably better than the rocket launcher. And it could do up to 4 hits in, and it's very likely to do damage. The issue is if someone gets into like half range, like it will be useless in terms of like you're not, but it will get you success. Actually, wait a minute, never mind. It's not a conversion weapon. I thought it was a conversion weapon. No, it kind of sucks. Never mind, I'm being stupid. I thought it was a conversion weapon, so it would, because it's got the beamer keyword. I was imagining it was it's just got a sustained hits. That means it hits on a 4+, but on a 6 it gets D3 extra attacks, which on average means that it gets in half a hit in plus 1 in 6 times 2. 1 1/3. You're getting 5/6 of a hit in on average, I think. Yeah, 5/6 of hits in on average. So you're not even getting 1 hit in on average. Unless you get your +1 to hit with your army rerolls. So you could do reroll 1s, which is okay. But it's kind of, I mean, it's meh. It doesn't have conversion. That's why I didn't take it. Yeah, it'll kill 1 Space Marine. I don't really, when it comes to things like sustained hits and lethal hits, if it can take something like multiple times, like Astartes chainswords on for Black Templars have sustained hits, which means that because she gets in like 30 blooming attacks, you're going to get a few sustained hits. Those sustained hits become suddenly very, very useful. When you only get in 1 attack and you get sustained hits, suddenly your sustained hits become much less useful. You got the auto rifle, which is, it's not bad at all. It's got 24-inch range, which
For chaos and
decent.
cupcakes.
Yeah, hi Sparky, hi Denizen of Misery. Yeah, new haircut. New haircut. More accurately, I think I just grew my hair out a bit. I've not got it up or anything. And new outfit. Well, it's not new outfit. I've just finally decided to use my Fee 2 outfit, which I debuted with, in the same with a mage one. But hi Sparky, hi Denizen of Misery. Looking at photon stuff. For Hylas auto rifle isn't too bad. It's done 6 AP -1. So it can hit up pretty well, especially into things like Marines. With the fact that it can get up to 6 attacks and you can fire and move with it, it's not bad at all. The rotary cannon, getting 6 attacks with sustained hits, heavy. It only hits on 5s, that's the main issue with it. I'd argue that the quite high last auto rifle's a bit better. Let's look, how well would this, like, if you're firing at 12-inch range, how well will this do against Marines? And you can do an assault move and still shoot with this. So 6 attacks, 3 hits, wounds and freeze, 2 wounds, 4+ armor save, 1. Failed. So on average, you do 1 damage of an auto rifle against a Space Marine if you do it at half range. At full range, you take half a wound off. Plasma beamer on average, you'll be doing no damage at 24-inch range. You have to get within 18 inches. So then you're doing what? You're getting 5/6 of a hits in. You're then wounding on 2s against toughness 8. So 5/6 times 5/6. That's 25 over 36. You're then getting a 6+ save against them. So that's again times 5/6 again. That's 125 over 196. No, 216 rather. 216. So yeah, 216, isn't it? Yeah, for good old days when we hit on 3s. You can still hit on 3s with your army rules. So yeah, that means on average though, 125 over 216, you're doing just over half damage against the Space Marine. Times that by 2, so you're doing on average 1 wound against the Space Marine, roughly, just over, which means that you're doing better than a rotary cannon against, not a rotary cannon. Well, yeah, you will be doing better than the auto rifle against the Space Marine. And basically 18 inches to 12-inch range, well 13 to 18-inch range, you're better than an auto rifle against Space Marines. Above 18-inch range, the auto rifle's better because it can actually hit. If you did an assault move, the auto rifle's better because it can actually shoot. And if you're at 12-inch range, it's just as good. It's slightly worse against Space Marines. With 6 attacks, its max damage against Space Marines is killing 3 of them. Where your other weapon could potentially kill 4 of them on a good roll. So but that being said, if you're also fighting things like orcs, then the high last auto rifle is just got to be better. You can kill up to 6 orcs. The other weapon will kill at most 4. On average, this is just going to do so much better. It's got a lot more versatility. If we look at the auto cannon though, the rotary cannon, if we give it the ideal circumstance, it hits on 4s, 6 attacks, +1 will go in, 3 will miss. So you get looking at about 4 hits, wounds on 3s. Yeah, it should be doing about as well as the plasma gun into the Space Marines on average. I don't know, and that has the potential of killing up to 6 Space Marines, where the plasma gun can only kill up to 4. Basically, if you just roll 6 6s to hit. Rotary cannon does look way cooler. I mean, I went for the missile launcher just because I like missile launchers. And the rail cannon because I liked the rail cannon. I like my anti-tank. I just went for the 2 most anti-tank looking weapons that they had. Like, if I want to deal with Space Marines, I've got the Iron Blasters, I guess. I've got the Fine's pistol, Fane's pistol. And I got a bunch of other stuff, like the auto cannons. Yeah, I do like the rail cannon, but you now have to admit you like the Darklands. Otherwise, I'm going to break my own model apart and remove the rail cannon. And then I'm going to petition Games Workshop to get rid of the rail cannons on the kin and say that the Tau produced the rail cannons first and sold them to the kin. Except after a war with the Tau, they stopped selling rail cannons to the kin. The Darklands, yeah! Good. Now, I gotta punch the Tau. Hi, Dr. Smiler. How you all doing today? Sorry I'm a bit late. Don't worry. Cupcon art! Oh, you finished Cupcon art. You made art. Oh, fan art. Do you mind if I show it on stream? Dr. Schmilet. It's very cool art. Sure. Yeah. Click here. Look at this. It's Cuptle. And I don't know who this is. It's some sort of cat with giant muscular arms. And Yeet. But that's a very nice Cuptle and a very nice cupcake cat. No relation to me, obviously. You're doing good, by the way. Nice. Okay, I've got my gloves on. I got my gluffy gloves on. I've been painting these fellas. Still. I didn't have that long to paint from. Oh. Give me all of your money. Gonna steal it all anyway. There we go. I've got a blooming Head of Knights of Slanesh box. Let me just remove these models out the way. Remove these models. Move them out the way. So I sound a bit croaky and weird today. My throat just keeps dying on me. With all this hay fever. Need water. Spearhead. I got for Age of Sigma now. I'll raise this up.
Puff word of the day.
Oh,
Keel. I'm painting a ghost keel. And I'm making a chain sword.
You're painting a ghost keel. That sounds cool. I want a ghost keel. I got a ghost keel. I need to paint mine still. I need to get a second ghost keel as well. Look at this. Look, we got fiends. I love fiends. We got demonettes. I love demonettes. We got seekers. I love seekers. This was like the perfect box to release when I was like I had rearranged my army list for my Slaneshi Night Lord section, and I was like, I need 20 demonettes, I want 3 fiends, and I need 5 seekers, and I need 3 cultist firebrands. I'm going to use these as cultist firebrands. Put them all on 32mm basis, I think it is. So it's a 28.5. I don't know. Demon Engine is also an Age of Sigma. No, this is for 40k. This is for 40k. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Also, though, we want to build a Demon Prince today. And another Age of Sigma box. Yeah. I like spent way too much money. Like as soon as they said that you can't have 3 detachment points in oh no, that phase Pact One Zealots was 3 detachment points, meaning all of my 1000 point lists were no longer playable. I was like, and now I turn all 4 of them into 2000 point lists. And then like after buying a bunch of demons, mostly second hand. Still in box, still brand new in box, but second hand, so they're cheap. They announced that you can have a single detachment that's 3 points in 1000 points. So I'm like, okay. Either way, I still made for this. I still bought stuff, so you know what? I'm going with it. And I wanted demons anyway. I like demons. I've always wanted the demons ever since, you know, I first saw the demons. So we got this gal. She has a big base. I don't want to use this base. Oh, that's what I meant to do. I meant to go into the attic and get my demon prince out so I could compare the size of them. Ah, whatever. It's fine. Okay, I need to get my bases. Okay, is this the size I want? No, that's not the size I want. 60mm bases. I got 60mm bases. There we go. Oh wait, turn the light back on. Oh yeah. Demon cat, yeah. Why do you look like a dictator? Because I am the ruler of Cuptopia, and everyone in Cuptopia has to do what I say. Oh, if you get punched in the snosser. Punched right in the schnosser, that's true. So it's going to be a Demon Prince of Rings. But it's for Night Lords. It's Night Lords. So the idea of this Demon Prince, I'll show you her. I'll show you her, actually. New recruit, come back. Ow, thank you. None. I will not do what you say. Bombardment! Bombardment! Literally 1984. Don't worry about it. Opal for Keel. I'm painting a ghost keel.
Tyranny of Cuptle. Of course the dictator would say everyone must do what I say. Crying face emoji.
Yeah, everyone must do what I say. Isn't that right, Cuptle? I need to hear when I'm in Cupcat mode. Cuptle. Everyone must do what I say, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, you can go away again. I'm not a cat! I'm not a cat! Okay, anyways, Slanesh. You ignore the fact that I also had a 3,000 point list there. So yeah, we need... Oh, why is there only 2? Oh yeah,
Brethren, it is time for LA Revolution.
So yeah, we got... See, with Sayadine, her blessed curse. And she has a Marcus Slanesh. And she has intoxicating elixir. This is her. She's got 4+ invulnerable, 2+ armor save, movement 14 inches. 14 attacks at strength 6, no AP, what the heck? Damage 1 or 6 attacks at strength 8, AP -2, damage 3. And she's got an Inferno Cannon. And she's got Flying Horror, but look at it, she's got Feel No Pain 5+. And each time she makes a dark part. Wait, when she shoots or fights and she made a dark part, I did not fail for leadership check. Select one enemy unit hit by her
become
attack.
a proper big vtuber.
Become a proper big... Buy more, become a proper big... Look. I'm already kind of in debt. So I did, so... I bought my demon-y stuff and, you know, my, Oh yeah, and at the same time, I needed to get, like, more bits and pieces. And, like, I need to get more spray paints. I need to get more bits and pieces of my Black Templary things. Like, you know, shoulder pads, tapes and stuff. And also, obviously, if the new Armageddon box came out. So I kind of just put that all into, you know, PayPal paying fees. So I'm just carefully, I'm trying not to spend, like, any money this month. So that, you know, I don't have to worry about the paying fee payments. I kind of just bet on Games Workshop releasing nothing I was interested in. Or nothing that I can't just get, like, in a few months' time if I wanted it. But yeah, she's amazing because she's got Feel No Pain 5+, and she can force enemies to take Battle Shock tests, which is amazing. And she's a big old monster. And yes, she's a she, because she's not a Heretic Astartes. She just works with a Heretic Astartes. So her entire story is that she was, during the power struggle that my warlord of the warband had with his second in command, the mortals on the ships, the Night Lord ships, went a bit unseen for a little bit. And during that time, a woman, Sayadine, a blessed curse, yeah, she started a little, you know, Slaneshi cult. She managed to get the cannibals who were down in the deep bowels of a ship where no one went onto her side and stuff. This went on for so long that a bunch of them, like, you know, she managed to indoctrinate a whole load of mortals. So when they were trying to make new Space Marines, a bunch of them were already worshipping Slanesh, and they just completely went uncaught by the apothecaries and stuff. The Night Lords. And as a result, that's why there's Noise Marines and some Nemesis Claws. And basically, she became powerful enough that she eventually became a demon prince by the time, like, anyone with any significant power decided to do anything about it. And by that point, we're like, yeah, this is too late to do anything about it. It's just better to let her be here and, you know, work with her. Because she's a demon prince with hundreds of cultists on her side and about 30 space marines. Well, 20 space marines. So yeah, and some demon engines. That's you know, that was Marla Fiend made out of a Terrorgeist that I made a while ago. Yeah, that belongs to her. That belongs to her. Yeah, I made a 3,000 point list as well, which has 3 firebrands in it and 2 dark communes and more cult. Actually, no. Is it more cultists? Yeah, more cultists. No, not more cultists. More accursed cultists, some Felgar beastmen, and more demons. And unfortunately, the blooming changed how this works. Yeah, I can't have my onslaught anymore. I gotta complain to Games Workshop. I want onslaught back. I like my 3,000 point list. Does the revolution of demon engines? Yes, every Wednesday, exactly 3 PM, we have a scheduled revolution, but no one's allowed to revolt in the scheduled revolution. Bam, 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 bam. Instead, at the scheduled revolution, everyone has to praise Cupcon. It's just the way revolutions go. You don't understand what modern revolutions against dictators are like. We call them Baguette engines. Oh yeah, where's my demon? Where's the demon that we made last time? The Terrorgeist. Terrorgeist. Yeah, he is a Marla Fiend we made last time. And like, that doesn't look like a Marla Fiend. It does. Look, it's even got a back. This is Princess for Marla Fiend. She wouldn't. I gave her a collar between this time and last time. Night Lord Reddit loved it. I also gave some extra tentacles. See, if this is Princess, she's a beautiful, beautiful Marla Fiend made from a Terrorgeist. I'm trying to eat it. I'm sorry. I don't know, she just looks super tasty. Especially, oh look at how model it's like fondant. Oh, I'm joking. I'm hungry. I've stopped deciding to eat before the streams like my significant meal of the day and do it after the stream instead. So now I'm a bit hungry. I just want to eat everything. Look how cool this is though. It's a demon engine. It's a Night Lord one. Look, it's got a bat face.
No, the revolutions go like this. 3:01 PM. Artillery strikes on the nearest monarch. 3:10 PM baguette and croissant pause. 3:40 PM car booms. Tea.
You know, that's not allowed. That's not allowed. Artillery strikes on me. But is that why it rains every Wednesday? Is that your artillery strikes trying to hit me or something? But yes, so we're gonna go for the woman here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the conversion. Like, I realized her head is a lot bigger than I expected. That's a big old head. Look at that big old head. Big old meaty head she has. How does these even go together? Are there instructions in here? No. Oh, there's instructions here. Should I use the instructions? Don't want to give that. I want to use that rock on the model. I guess I have to because the leg's attached to the rock. Oh. What about the other legs? Are the other legs also attached to it? Yeah, they're also attached to it. Okay, I guess I have to use that rock. I guess I don't have to. I could always cut it off the rocks. Yeah, that one definitely be able to cut off. What about the other one? Yeah, this will be a lot harder to cut off. But I could always put it on in a way where I just keep this pillar, which goes into this pillar. 6. That's 1. 6. Yeah, I could always just have it so it goes into here. And then not have this piece. Although that looks imperial enough anyway. Jack of all mages. We love our edgy vampire. We do love our edgy vampire, boys. Although this time it's going to be an edgy vampire gal. Because it's not actually a heretic Astartes demon prince, it's just a demon prince. Who works with the Night Lord, and as a result is all vampire themed. I'm trying to see if there's any like very significantly Age of Sigmar bits in here. I don't have like any other tactical rocks to give her though. That's the main issue, like. I'd still have to give her something of a tactical rock to make up for losing her tactical rock. I guess I could go for like a space marine body. I got an orc body that I'm not using. I could have a stud on like an orc head. How tall would the orc head be? This is why they turned traitor. They just sold off the coolest ogre. Yeah, that was a super cool ogre model. We're looking at that early. Yeah. Do. Where is that spare orc body I have? Would it be good here? Or would it be bad here? I don't know what I'm told. I guess I could completely cut off a rock and give her like a flying stand. Here he is. Orc. Okay, how tall is he? No, it's not quite tall. I could put him on his own rock. And then I could have this leg like stood on top of him. Going like into his head. That could be hilarious. Then I need to cut off that arm and replace it with a different arm. Potentially the same with the other arm. I guess I got this arm I could give him. Walk. It's an ogre riding a hippo. A hippo rhino! I didn't register the hippo-ness of a rhino, but that makes sense. Now it'll look weird. I could cut off a hand and replace it with this hand though. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. That enemies are awfully bold. Oh, I could have a going after a blooming... Wait. Corn Berserker. Oh, we could have a going after a Corn Berserker. How tall is a Corn Berserker compared to that rock? Oh, that's good. This is the spare body from the Lord ENvtuber. Oh, that could work. I don't have a spare backpack for it though. Oh, I do have some Horus Heresy backpacks actually I could use. Yeah, Horus Heresy backpack might work. Do you have any spare arms for him? Because my Night Lord lore is that they are hunting a particular warband of world eaters that wronged them. Effectively, during their entire When the Warlord fell to chaos. Oh, you gotta go now. Bye-bye. Dr. Smilex, it was nice having you here. Big love hearts to you. Don't forget to like the stream. Why is there a ghost? You're sleepy. Good day. There's a ghost? What do you mean there's a ghost? Thank you for popping in. It's nice of you to do that. Okay, I need to find some like corn berserkly arms. And probably shoulder pads too. Corn and probably a head as well. No, that's an Eldar head. Oh, very emo. Good work. Oh, Night Lord. Okay, is this a Corn Berserker head? Yes, that's a Corn Berserker head. I don't have like half a Juggernaut head here. I don't have a full Juggernaut head here. Okay, never mind. These two halves do not go together. Yeah. Corn Berserker arms and shoulder pads. Please come on out. Okay, got chainsawed. What is it I use for chain axes on my Corn Berserkers? Because the chain axes, you know, it's just the most Corn weapon for axe. A sword is just not the same. You know what, I'll just put this onto the camera so we can look through it together. Tell me when you see a Corn Berserker arm. We got a chainsaw on, we need the pistol arm now. That's a photon arm. That's an arc arm. And we need some shoulder pad. Wait, Cuptle, you're holding Cuptle, but your gloved hands are not holding Cuptle. I've just got multiple arms, don't worry about it. Power Claw! Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, Power Claw! Power Claw! Power Claw! You see, because Smilex keeps putting Vampire Boys with the Demon engines. No, Smilex isn't a World Eater, he's the Alpha Legion. Of Alpha Legion, rather. Smilex is Alpha Legion. Oh, Night Lord. I've not decided yet. Maybe a mix of both. Oh, Iron Warriors. Ah, there we go. Pistol. There's a Corn Berserker one. And now we just need shoulder pads. Well, there should be spare shoulder pads. Actually, you know what? Easiest way to get spare shoulder pads, I just remembered. I built 10 Corn Berserkers and I've not yet dealt with the cleaning up the spools. I'm here. Hi. Okay, we got spare plasma pistols in here. 3 spare plasma pistols. My goodness. Oh, now that's a much cooler chainsword that we've got available to us. And we've got the... Oh, one of our uncovered arms. Oh, and we've got some of our heads as well. Actually, let's go for this head then. That might be useful. We can experiment with it. We've also got this cool arm here. So yeah, basically my Night Lords hate my World Eaters. That's the law. We'll go with that sword. That looks so cool. Don't have a spare backpack here, so I'm gonna have to go through and find a different spare backpack. Okay, move this out of the way. If I get... Is it this box? It's this box. I should have a spare Horus Heresy backpack in here, I believe. Somewhere. Yes, amongst these bits, there's a librarian backpack, there's a normal backpack.
Misery word of the day, hands. Capcom, the greater demon, can just conjure more hands. A pair to hold Cuptle. Another to assemble models. A.
Another just in case. It's true, I can just conjure more arms. I can conjure cupcakes, I can conjure arms. Cupcake arms. Okay, so we've got let's put these bits into this space just to store them. We need to clip off these little things of a hand, of a foot. Yeah, because this guy's meant to be on the back of a juggernaut normally. But you get, because you can build Lord ENvtuber and the normal dude in a single juggernaut, we've got spare bits. You get lots of spare bits in the box, including like an entire spare torso, which is very, very useful. Okay, just cut off all those spikes so I can then cut this piece off a lot easier. And then do the same over here. Oh gosh, I did not mean to go under. Leg fell off. And by fell off, I mean I accidentally broke it off. Okay, that's fine. So there we go. Putting the spikes off the foot so he can put his feet properly on the ground. Okay, where's my glue? It's over here. So who knew that today we'll be building... I don't need this arm anymore. That we'll be building a World Eater today of all things. So what we could do is we could bend and break these out for Wade, you know, its bunny ears. Have it like trying to shoot up at the demon prince. Oh wait, I could cut off its hand. Oh, and then put it in her hand. Or in like one of her claws. Like with it trying to reach up at the legs. Oh, that'd be hilarious. And this can go on the back. That fits perfectly. Just cut off this little thing here where banner pole was meant to be. I might as well just cut off this a little bit. There we go. Oh, it could be shooting up like that. There we go. Oh wait, I can cut off his hand is the first thing I heard when joining. Good! Good! We can cut off people's hands. Did you ever know that? You know, there's 3 hands out there just waiting to be cut off. I've got 76. I'm joking, don't cut off hands. No, we're trying to make a scenic base for our demon prince vampire dude person. And that scenic base is going to be this fella here.
Did that 76 arms fall out?
76 arms for... Oh, Fallout 76. The worst game ever. The game some people asked for, and is going okay-ish, from what I've heard. 8 and 9. 8 and 9, I need those pots. 8 and 9, oh, where are you? 8 and 9, I don't know. 12, 1, 18, 21, 24, 4, 7, 25, 11, 10, 29, and 5. So it must be this one. 39. There we go, 9. I don't know where 8 is. Yeah, 8 is like part of the leg, part of the foot thigh. Oh. That's what painters mean by freehanding, it's true. It's exactly what they mean. Okay, looking for something like that. Oh, there it is. Toes! We got tootsies! So this bit attaches to the leg. Roughly like this. Perfect. And this bit attaches here. Roughly like... Not roughly like that. There's a little bit of spruce still attached to here that needs to go. There we go. I don't want guts. And nope, there's still some spew there. Come on. That would go here. We then want the other leg, which is piece 10, that goes with piece 11. So it's this one. Hi, Night Parade! We are making some conversions here. Okay, 11 is this piece. So what this would be like normally is this. But what we could do is we could cut the rock away. Now this leg is meant to be a bit higher up than this one. So we need a first question. Is he tall enough? Yes, he's tall enough. So we cut the rock away here. We'll be putting it onto its like back and onto its head. Bending this thing out the way. If it shears off, it shears off. Oh. We go. The good of his head, like leaning forward to some extent. Like that. Oh, not very much work. I think I'm gonna have to build like the rest of the body to, or like the main part here. So I want 16 and 12. Yeah, 16 and 12 and 13. That's 12, 16, 13. So I want these 3 pieces. Hi, Sarah Dwayne. No, don't turn me into a cat. What type of demons are we building? Slaneshi demons! Although we're specifically building a Night Lord Demon Prince of Slanesh. Although not actually a Night Lord technically, because she's not a Heretic Astartes. She's just a normal Demon Prince who works with the Night Lords, kind of. She ascended to demonhood as a mortal on a Night Lord vessel, while the main leaders of the tribe of the Warband were in a bit of a power struggle with each other. Okay, so this goes like this. Oh, like this. this. Okay, that's how it goes. I can lower this down now that we're not got the boxes again. So it goes like this. Let's move it back a little. There we go. Can regular Chaos Cultists be pumped up for enough mutation that they are more or less Astartes and use their equipment? If you look at the jackals of the World Eaters, then one of them looks a bit like he might be a Space Marine, but accordingly he's not a Space Marine. It's just a really pumped up jackal. So the answer to that is yes, kind of. Although few Space Marines would willingly let such a person use Space Marine equipment. And might even see them as a bit of a threat, so, you know, would try to kill them. But yeah, Chaos Lords can just be mortals. In fact, remember when we were reading Combat Patrol magazine together? The Chaos Lord at the end of that story was a mortal. Was just a mortal human. And he was managed to go toe to toe with an Astartes and, you know, kill the Astartes. An Astartes that had killed a great demon. Okay, I think this goes like that. How about this one? Okay, this one definitely goes like that. That one's easy to tell. Yippee! Hi, comfy Warhammers! Yeah! But yeah, Chaos Cultists can definitely get pumped up to Astartes level, I'd say. Heck, a lot of the demon princes are not Astartes, they're just cultists that became demons. Sometimes Chaos Sorcerers as well will not be you know, Astartes. They'll be, you know, humans who are absolutely insane in, like, mentality and power. And you'll have Astartes scared of them. Well, not scared necessarily, but, you know, kowtowing to them because they're significantly more powerful. It's generally relatively rare that would happen, though. Like, most of the time that you'd see something like that, that person's going to be exceptionally powerful and probably ahead of the cult. Again, they do use Astartes equipment from time to time. Like, that Chaos Lord had stolen an Astartes bolt gun. I might now helping my grandfather while watching a stream while my knees are still healing. Or there's several instances in lore of large humans that appear similar to Astartes. Luther, the Lion's teacher, isn't exactly a full Astartes. Isn't technically a full Astartes. Yeah. I've only got Ogrins and stuff like that as well, which, you know, are bigger than Astartes. Accursed cultists are bigger than Astartes. Effectively, they're basically Spawn. Spawn will often not be Astartes to begin with. Okay, 14 goes on the back. I was just thinking of a Chaos Warband that makes knockoff Astartes. I think there have been warbands that have tried doing stuff like that. Like the World Eaters have a weird way of making more Astartes. With their red butchers and stuff. Triurgens. Butcher surgeons, that's what we call them. Butcher surgeons, not red butcher surgeons. Red butchers are the Terminators. Yeah, it specifically goes here. So this one specifically goes like this. Based on Resident Evil, Umbrella Corps, and Poxwalkers as regular zombies. Ooh, that could be fun. I could definitely see a warband that's really struggling to try making knockoff Astartes, as you said. Okay, he is. The leg is on the tall side. Right. As before, cut away the rock there. Move a head in. We could definitely work with this. Right, now I've added everything else in, so it's a bit difficult getting into here. There we go. How does rubrics even work? Are they still Astartes? Are they technically they're still Astartes? Yeah, but only grandson on your mother's side. Oh. There we go. I am happy. There we go. Nope. No, fuck that. Remove that bit. So we've got rid of a rock. Drain for Rock Johnson. We got rid of him. No, actually, maybe that's not bad. No more Moana. Nice. Hi, Kundril. How you doing? How does rubrics even look? Oh yeah, so rubrics are technically still Space Marines. The soul is kind of still there. Kind of. Being the operative word. Operative. Is that the correct term I just used? I don't know. Like I need tactical rocks. Come here, tactical rocks. I've got tactical rocks for days. I've got tactical rocks in my way. Tactical rocks everywhere. Tactical rocks for you and me. Okay, so put this here. He's standing specifically on this very weird rock. And he's still too short. Need a bigger rock. If you fix the Rubik Marine, do they become Polytetric Marines? Oh wait, I just realised. I don't have to make it. I don't have to make him tall enough. I could just make him so he's being carried by the Demon Prince. That could work. Do 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 do. Whoa, wait. No, they are. So the Rubik Marines years ago were turned to dust. Like during the Horus Heresy, before the Horus Heresy even. Or was it during the Horus Heresy? I'd say during. Yeah, they got turned to dust. And every single Rubik Marine, I believe, is still a part of the same Rubik Marines that came before in canon. Although there have potentially been like more rituals like that since. So, you know. You're gonna have din-dins later. Bye bye, Comfy. Enjoy your food. Enjoy your food. It's nice of you to pop in. Oh, that's weird. I have to remove this bit here, I think. Oh, remove that bit. And then definitely get rid of this. I guess. Y'all have fun. Is Chaos your regular? No, Templars are my regular army. I'm building about 40,000 points of Templars. Chaos, it's only 8,000 points we're building towards. Orcs are about 4, maybe 5,000, I think. I guess actually if I include my World Eaters, it's more like 10,000 points of chaos. There we go. Okay, that's how it's going to stand anyway. Have Cupton done a podcast? I've not done any in recent history. I did loads though, growing up. Loved Apocalypse games. Which is why I'm kind of also upset that they got rid of Onslaught as a basic game. I keep meaning to do it, send an email to Games Workshop asking for them to reinstate Onslaught into the core rules. Saying it doesn't have to be balanced because if the tournament wants to do Onslaught, it will. but most don't. I love 3,000 point games, and I love other games. Oh, moved fake. Yeah. I was so upset. I'm hoping that was just like in the core rules at the moment, that they do add an addition to bring it back. But they won't. Email to Games Workshop at the FAQs and stuff. I want 19 next. Here we go. You play Kill Team? I've never played Kill Team. I do have a few Kill Teams. Well, that's mostly just for 40k, splash me. Yeah, there we go. What do I want to do? I want to put this, I think, here, isn't it? Yeah, that's where it goes. Fancy. Vampire bits are amazing for Night Lord conversions, though. My goodness. Have you guys seen the Terrorgeist Mauler Fiend we made? Look at this beautiful Mauler Fiend we made. Very Night Lordy. Raw. She's named Princess. Chat named her. So I'm just going to mute for a few seconds. Because ENvtuber's being a butt. I've bought a few kill teams, but only to use in 40k. Okay, I think I have to use this arm anyway. So this goes. Idea starts a Corsair Oxidite army for Pirate Dinosaur army would kill my 12-year-old mind. I don't think. I don't know. Things failing me. That's what I'm doing for my Corsairs, though. Pirate Dinosaur. Well, not Pirate Dinosaurs. I've got an Eldar Corsair army, and now Exodites are coming out. I kind of want to put them in my Corsair army. My entire Corsair army is based on the idea that, like, all of these people, all of these Eldar and Dark Eldar and stuff had suffered at the hands of Tyranids, and now they're all out trying to hunt Tyranids to revenge. Okay, I think that goes there. I'm very unsure. Okay, 36, 35 for one wing. Yeah, this is way bigger than a normal Demon Prince. Which this is meant to be with wings, and wings do make it bigger, so makes sense. I am looking forward to Exodites, oh my goodness. I was hoping that they don't release it this month. I'm hoping that it's like, You know, it's a couple of months away. I think I want to cut this hand off and replace it with another hand, but I'm unsure. It might be fun to like cut off this hand here and just have her like holding on to his hand. Okay, 36 and 35. So this one is 35, that one's 36, I believe. I'm going to be using Demonette parts on her. So I want to replace at least one of her hands with a big Demonette claw. Okay, this is very fiddly. Okay, cutting off, cleaning up the sprue here is difficult. I need to move this. There we go. Yeah, the Exodites. The Exodite dinosaurs. They're kind of a dream come true for many people. We're hoping, there's rumours that there's going to be a full range of Exodites. And that there's already stuff in the works of the next Eldar Codex. Although we're also hoping new Dire Avengers of the next Eldar Codex. And maybe a Corsair character would be amazing. Like, you know, just a generic character that can join the Corsairs.
That doesn't look like a demon prince. The title is false.
It is a demon prince. They're building a demon prince. This is a Night Lord demon prince. It's specifically a vampire one. Vampire themed because Night Lords are vampire themed. I guess why it doesn't go together because you got bits of sprue still attached. That's why we got the 60mm base out, because that's what the Demon Prince uses. Do 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 do. Why is this these two bits go together like this? How the heck was... How the heck is this meant to go on? Like this? It doesn't want to go on at all, my goodness. Okay, I think there's a little bit of sprue here as well. But cut away from yourself when doing that sort of thing. There's some sprue bit here, I guess. Yeah, this was not the most well thought out when it comes to how the sprue attached to the model. And how difficult it would be to actually move those bits of sprue. Okay, I think there's a hand that goes with it as well. Piece 37. Yeah, we'll put that. Maybe with this, it will fit together easier. Okay, a little bit of sprue here. Yeah, we're making our own demon prince. A proxy, as it were. Well, not a proxy. We're making a kit bash, a conversion. We can have this bit attached nicely here. So that means with any luck, we can get it to attach nicely as well. There we go, that's how it attaches. Oh no. Come on. Pieces. No, don't go. Don't fall to pieces. No, it's all falling to pieces. Okay, we put those bits like that. Re-angle a little. Okay, so that goes on like that. This then wants to go on like... Maybe I should just let the arm be for now. She says, and just continues not letting it be. It doesn't go with its foot, does it? No, it does go right next to its foot, so that's good. These two bits are meant to go like that. Oh my gosh, this is so spindly. I didn't think about this when I decided this was the conversion I wanted to do. Oh god. Okay, so that can go into here like that. If it's trying to flail widely at the arm, could be trying to grab hold of his chainsaw. There you go, so like that. Roughly. A bit roughly like that. Yeah, the chainsaw could be trying to chainsaw into its claw or into its wing. And what I could do is I could cut off like its arm here and then just have it be holding it onto it there. That would be amazing. Okay, then I probably want the other wing, don't I? I do, which thankfully is only in one piece. Oh wait, no, it wants to be holding onto its own pillar. Ooh. Ooh. I guess that could work. Okay, I'm gonna need to mute for a few seconds again. Just give me a little bit. Oh gosh. And I'm back. Hi. Hi, back with chat. Okay, so apparently I want piece 39. Oh gosh, I'm getting everything caught together. This is a... Yeah, which is a part of a wing that's holding onto a rock. And will be very difficult to get rid of that rock. But I think that can go over the rest of the pieces pretty well. It'll be hard to paint underneath the model with that rock on now. And this wing. So it goes on something like this, I think. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes on. Putting away the rock will be quite difficult. With the way that these thingies are on it. Hi Talan, how you doing? We're building a demon prince from a vampire. You like today's stream? It's loads of Age of Sigmar bits. We showed off the new Hedonite spots. And, you know, fit for Fangorian Lord. From the same faction where the White King exists. Or for whatever it's called. Whoa, where are your glasses and hat? Where are my glasses? That's true. Where did my glasses go? There we go. There's my glasses. Here's my hat. Hi. I don't need my hat. It's too warm for a hat. Especially since I can't take this jacket off. Do 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 do. Oh, now that's going to be hard to paint underneath this model, isn't it? I'm still going to glue it on. I did just have the idea that I could just put some white tack down and just have this arm be able to come on and off to make painting easier. But, you know, that sounds like giving up talk. That sounds like the talk of somewhat... No, actually, I think that might be what I'm going to have to do. Immediately rescind everything I just said. Okay, 1 and 2. We're finally using piece 1 and 2 from the box. You're butchering that poor man. You're taking him from his home and putting... No, her! Her, we're building for one female version. Oh my gosh, Talan being sexist. That's why they go into 40k world, because, you know, sexism doesn't exist in 40k. Unless you want to be a space marine, in which case it very much exists. Because the Emperor's a jerk. Such is the power of the Emperor. With that being said, I don't think anyone in their right mind should want to become a space marine, because it's not a very nice life. You go through a bunch of surgeries where you'll likely die, go through a bunch of trials where you'll likely die, and at the end of it all, you go into multiple battles where you'll likely die. Get completely indoctrinated, have no idea what fun is for most space marines out there. Unless you get to be a space wolf, in which case then you get to have a werewolf piss. Yay! Do you even consider that it could be a woman? Yes. You do know your Age of Sigmar models, Talan. It can not only just be built as a woman. It can be a named character. Like, what is she called? It's a... See, here we go. She's called Luak Faye. Named character. Oh my gosh, Talan. Talan, he's just a pretender. He doesn't know Age of Sigmar. Sorry, we don't support gatekeeping here, unless it's Talon, in which case we do all the gatekeeping and go bossing against him. Because that's just how it goes. He deserves it, I'm sure. But how's your day going? Not just Talon. Yeah, we'll white tack this arm on so we can, you know, take it off when it comes to painting. Commissar is the best job. That means she... And have it become a servitor. Kind of. Priest is also a pretty nice job. Commissar is bad if you end up in like the Salvar Chem Dogs or who's the other one? Catechins, because both of them like, you know, fragging the commissars. $21 and $20. I mean, being a governor wouldn't be a terrible job. As long as you're not like a governor on a gene stealer infested world. Or one that's about to be taken over by chaos. Lots of rejuvenation treatments and stuff. Being Inquisitor's not the worst job either, but again, it's very difficult to make. Commissar, you can realistically make a commissar. Yeah, most commissars, though, are orphans. So, you know, that does mean you've lost your parents. Sisters of Battle. A lot of them are orphans as well. You're out. Bye-bye, Longstocks. Thanks for popping in. She's not even a real named character. She's never appeared in a book. What the heck? That's just because we've not thought the book cool enough for her yet. Probably the case. Don't worry about it. And I guess living in the Tau Empire wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Although you probably wouldn't want to be a Tau with their caste system. You'd probably want to be, you know, one of the other aliens. I mean, a human would be the bad, but then you'd be on the frontier systems if you're a human. Which means, you know, constant threat of war and violence. And if the Imperium takes over, yeah, you're probably not living. It was like the first wave of models, but when we were naming everybody. And she's not been in a book yet. What the heck? As a governor, your biggest threat would be your own family members who want the title. True, true. You might not want to be a governor. You might want to be like, you know, someone who's not in line to succeed, but can lift it on basically a trust fund. Being an Inquisitor would be alright, but then you have the same issue of being a Space Marine, in which case you likely never make it to being an Inquisitor. Only a select few do. Being a tech beast wouldn't be the worst thing of the world, I guess. Inquisitors definitely don't have to worry about each other. Or they definitely have to worry about each other, yeah. And they're constantly being sent into extremely dangerous zones where pretty much everyone, including their allies, wants them dead. A few Inquisitors have it a bit cushier, but most don't. Like, if you were to have to be in 40k, what would be the best position to be in? Being a random Tyranid wouldn't be a great idea. Being an random Orc, again, wouldn't be a great idea. Most of them die, like, very young. And I guess living on like a craft world wouldn't be too bad unless a writer decides to start writing about your craft world, in which case you're pretty much doomed. The best position would be... No, Rogue Trader has lots of threats to deal with. And even getting to be a Rogue Trader would be difficult. Like, it's not an easy job to acquire. It's not even one you can reliably be born into either. Like a governor, you could say, okay, I'm going to be the first son of a governor or whatever. It's like, okay, you're going to now be a governor yourself, assuming you don't get assassinated before then. Well, Rogue Trader, it's like just because you're a child of a Rogue Trader doesn't mean that you're going to be a Rogue Trader. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you could be someone. You could choose to be born as someone who, you know, could ascend to, like, you could be born on Baal. You could say, okay, I want to be born on Baal at a good time where I could actually potentially become a Blood Angel. In which case, you're going to have to go through a lot of hoops to... After that, if you can basically, I'm assuming you can choose when and where you're going to be born and to who. It's about after that thing, what happens. There you go, that's pretty cool. Now what do I want to do? We've got a chess piece to do next. Nope, that's the other chess piece. And 18 and 34 would be the hand. I want to replace my hand. There we go. That's what fell off. I heard something fall. Oh, it's a blooming side piece again. With my knowledge of modern internet slang, I should not have said that. Okay, so it goes roughly like this. Being a Gene Stealer on Night Planets is probably a good life. Gene Stealer, probably not. Gene Stealer Cultist, maybe. Okay, Unk. You're an Unk. Okay, so where's the sword arm? Here it is. So now this is where I need to start getting Demonette bit. Demonette bit. Because we can put this arm onto here. That arm wants to be like that, but she doesn't want a sword, do you? You don't want a sword. You want something cooler than a sword. It's like, what's cooler than a sword? What's cooler than a sword, precious? I'll tell you what's cooler than a sword. A big old claw! A big old crab claw! Everything becomes crab. Why do you think the demonettes are so crabby? Because everything becomes crab. You know, defilers, crab. You think crabs are actually the spawns of chaos demons? Like, think about it. Soul grinders, defilers, demonettes, keepers of secrets. They all got crab in common. Hi, TA, how you doing? I'm only 26 years young, practically a baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you've gone like a year older since you said you were 25. What the heck? It's only last year that you were saying you were 25. What the heck? Alan, you age? Perhaps of the ultimate end of evolution. It seems so. It seems so. Oh, anyway, where's my Slaneshi bird? Slanesh. 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 I wonder if there's like any spare bits in the fiends. Huh. Maybe. It does seem like there'll be some extra claws in there. We got the spearhead book. Let's check the fiends and see if there are, in fact, spare bits amongst them. So that's one fiend. $41, $42. That's the second fiend. $41, $42, $46, $45. Third fiend is $43, $44. And you got $48, $47. Oh, so there are spare claws. Okay. So let's take piece 44 then. $44, yeah. Greg Johnson. Hello, Greg Johnson. How you doing? You have a change caster? A change caster. I do. I mean, actually, technically, I got 2 burning chariots, and I'm building from as burning chariots, so they got the flamer on them. I think they come with a change caster. Okay, we'll cut this off here. And I cut this off roughly here. I can glue these two bits. Last year he said he was 25, this year he said he's 26. Why are you lying? Yeah! Talan, you're changing your blooming age all the time. What the heck? So confusing. How am I meant to keep up if everyone just keeps changing the age? Just make your mind up and stick with it. Silver Chariot, should say. What about Silver Chariot? Never heard of Silver Chariot. What's that? Sounds like it was something silly. Sounds like it would be the power of a really terrible person. And no one would want to be that person. Sounds like the power of a person who would get his best friend killed. Twice. You know. Don't talk to her about Silver Chariots. She has some unresolved issues. I don't have any unresolved issues. My issues are very resolved. Resolved to punch Paul Noaf in the face. If I ever meet anyone called Paul Noaf that has the same hairstyle, right in the smacker. Right in the snosser. Punch, just straight into the face. That's what's gonna happen. I'll be like, what did you do to Abdul? Why? Why? No! Abdul! That looks stupid. For you do-rang moment. I kind of messed this up. There's some green stuff. Where's the green stuff? Gimme, gimme, gimme all of my green stuff. I wanna take a hit. Oh. Gimme, gimme, gimme all of the green stuff. Gonna steal it every day. There we go. There we go. For those who don't know, Polnareff is a character in JoJo, and he's absolutely evil and terrible and bad at everything. And he's French, which is his only saving grace, I guess. Yeah. She would dox him if she could. I wouldn't dox him. No. I just Send a missile to his address. It would know where it is because it knows where he is. Gosh, Abdul may have the best death of the series. No, Abdul. This is what you have when your favourite character is not named Jojo. And is introduced in such a, yeah, he's gonna die off way. Depressing, but for so memorable. Onorath would survive that, but Joseph is there and he won't. No! Joseph would never be with Onorath. Joseph hates Onorath. Because Joseph loves Abdul, and Onorath got Abdul killed. And poor Iggy. I mean, I didn't like Iggy's character. I didn't like all the toilet humour around it, but still. Also, what the heck happened to that random girl? Like, the team had this, you know, was a child with them at one point, and then suddenly it's like, okay, we're just leaving you now in, you know, the middle of, what was it, like, the edge of India? Was it Pakistan, like, thousands of miles away from home, with no family? I was kind of expecting her to show up again, and it's like, no. Just leave her there. Just forgotten and never seen again. True. Oh, God. Such a weird... This really does not want to go into there properly. What the heck? I think I'm just going to have to cut down this entire piece. There we go. Yeah. Imagine she showed up against Dio like we meet in the streets of Cairo. Oh my gosh. Imagine if she had Vanilla Ice's powers and she was actually on the side of Dio the entire time. Wait, no, she was Darby's. Her father was one of the Darbies. Oh my goodness. We defeat one gambler, have to beat another gambler, then a third gambler, third gambler. big old claw! Yeah! I kind of want to give her a drink in that hand for intoxicating elixir, but I don't have any cups. No world cups here. I don't know if awesome is the word for it. It would be something, that's for certain. Okay, but this does not want to stay here at all. Okay, I think we find this arm where it wants to go specifically. And I think it's at time I start gluing this to the base. If I put this here, that goes there. Should just go straight on in theory. So just glue this towards the edge of the base. Like that. There's still enough room for this thing to go under his foot. Yeah, does not want to stay there. And in theory, this should just be able to clip into here. Right. Like that. Okay, I might need to just reposition that a little bit. Lawnmowers. There we go. This heat is burning me up. It's burning me up too. Okay, I think I want to replace this hand as well. Go into the box of Demonette parts. I will try looking for a Demonette hand. But actually, I could go into the Thrice Cursed people and like steal one of their. Oh gosh, I just smacked that. I could steal one of their arms. Oh, for they are not as comfortable as I was hoping. They've even got their bases attached to them. Ooh, that's a bit of a thing. So if you can hear the lawnmower. There you go. Hopefully that works now. That would go like that, I imagine. Yeah. So like that. Just grabbing him. 5 ahead. Okay, but let's look at the demon at parts. Demon at parts. Do. I want to take one of their claws. This looks like a good claw, actually. If I cut this here, I could cut here. Maybe I need green stuff, maybe I won't. I don't think I will. I think that fits pretty nicely. If I did the cuts correctly. It kind of just looks like double layered armor. Plus carrot paste. That's good. Then we want other parts. Oh, I want one of the demonette heads, that's it. Which demonette head do you think we should go for? Giant head hair, smaller head hair to one side, or smaller head hair to the other side? We could go for the entire just crazy head look. What are any other options? No, none of our heads will be applicable. Steal a fiend head? No, I don't think a fiend head would be good. A giant head hair looks really cool. Yeah, we'll try that. Although it's incredibly difficult to cut out. Look at those bits. Like how am I meant to... Okay, use these cutters are a bit thinner. The actual Citadel ones, lower quality though. Okay, knife to meet you. There we go, just put those bits away. And if that bit wants to always go. Didn't help with the entire trying to get the other leg to see how it would look. The other wing, sorry. Oh gosh, I accidentally knocked this arm off. Okay, now, trying to get the head on though might be difficult. Might be very difficult indeed. Okay, throw these to one side. I want 31, 18. That's 22, that's 26, that's 23. 31 is here. 32. I don't want 18. There we go, 18. And I want 32 and 22 as well. I'm going to end up with more of a farmer's stand after helping my grandfather. But I've gotten to the point where I'm so pale, I don't think the sun can affect me anymore, I feel like. The sun just reflects straight off my skin and back into the sky. Like, I was out when I was walking the cats, no sunscreen, burning hot sun, hours on end, not a single burn. Not a tan, not anything. Turns out being in a cupcake, literally magic. I've gone beyond just being a vampire. Okay, so this goes somehow onto there. Like that. Yeah, my head is a bit small and also a bit big for this. Okay, I want 32 net. Let's just clean up some of these bits everywhere. Get them out of the way. Hello, John Axe. How you doing? We are slowly building this demon prince woman. Demon princess. Demon princess with princess the dog. Of a terrorgeist. The Marla fiend. The Marla geist. The terrier fiend. Oh, that's it. It's the terrier. Princess the terrier fiend. Okay, now we need like the bat headrest thing. 22. Well, maybe we don't need it. Fried snails cooked in coconut milk. Can you like it? Oh, snails in coconut milk. Snails. Coconut milk. You didn't say much in that sentence that I like, but I'm glad you liked it. That was definitely something I'd never thought of before. Escargot. That's what cooked snails are called, aren't they? Okay. Oh, darn it. What fell off now? Oh, this thing again. Okay, I don't think this head's going to... I think the hair's too big and fluffy for it. Unfortunately. Like... Even if I go from this angle, it's like the main head itself is just way too small for the body. My right knee is in stinking pain. No. Have you told anybody your knee really badly hurts? But you injured it? Like, I've always got the actual head that she's meant to have, I guess. I could also try one of the other heads. If her hair's too big on that one. Oh my gosh. There we go. If her hair's too big on that one, then we can try a different head. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I can replace the head. Like, look at the head size difference. A head that's meant to be there versus the demonette head. There's just a massive deal. I could try looking through. If I go through my chaos part, I could look at a demon prince head. That might work. Yeah. Oh gosh, we could give her a spiked helmet. File a bit. Ooh, Slaneshi helmet actually. I give no, that's a too big of a head. Mechanical head. I might not put the demon prince head in this box actually. I think I might have put it in the other box. I'm not sure. In my Sino's box. I've not been
How goes the Slanesh worship?
It's not Slanesh worship. We're just making a demon princess of Slanesh. For my Night Lord army. Yes, demon princess. Not prince. She was never a space marine. There we go. Okay, yeah, that box is not helpful. I'll show you the demon princess so far. Here she is. She's got cool little claws that keep falling down. Cool little demon claws. And look, she caught herself some food. This arm here, we decided not to glue on because of this ring rather. Because my goodness, is it hell? It's like going to be hell to paint this model if this wing is in place. So we're not going to have a wing in place. The wing will be stuck in after she's painted in 65,000 years. Yeah, and we're trying to decide what heads we're going for. We aren't worshipping for Lanesh, no. Have you prayed required 6 times a day? So we're trying to look for a placement head for this head. If it all else fails, we'll just go with this head. But I'm hoping we can find a demon princess head. That might work. Okay, get the big bits out of this part. And now we're looking for... I should have a demon prince of Sulanesh head somewhere. Because I built the Siege demon prince using the actual demon prince. And it had a bunch of spare heads. Winged Demon Princess of Slanesh. Yes. True. Use a Pretty Sister's head if you... I don't have sisters. Battle Sisters. Adeptosauritas. I have dwarves. Oh, here we go. Demon Prince of Slanesh head. We do have some green stuff left over. Now, if we're to do this, I'm going to have to remove this piece. Nah, it's too big. Yeah, it's just a bit too big. Looks weird and out of proportional. Which, I mean, I guess Slanesh would do something like that. For an army she doesn't have an all-girls army, it's true. I mean, I do have some female guardsman heads, but the issue is... So, a guardsman head and a Sisters of Battle head will both be about this size. But when you compare it to the head that's meant to be here, it's like there's a clear side. Like, this is bigger than Adeptus Astartes head, but it's smaller than a Demon Prince head, which makes it... It's a very awkward size to deal with. Like, if we do look at, like, her head on this body, it's so tiny. Doesn't really work. I could have multiple heads, that's true. A bunch more green stuff or something. I don't know. I don't want that because the law for her isn't that she's like multiple people becoming a demon prince. Just one person. Do you have a Defiler head? Or do you just find it? I do have a Defiler head. The Defiler head's way too big. The Defiler head's bigger than a Demon Prince head. I do have some actually, I used all of my female guardsman heads. Like, you know, official pieces. I do have some resin ones, but again, they're very, very small. And most of them are helmeted or hooded. Not really going to be very fitting for this. I guess for a two-faced cultist woman, it would make sense for Slanesh to, you know, actually give her two faces when she becomes a demon prince. Just need a Caligar head too. Let's see how she looks with the official. I mean, the official head isn't too bad. So she would go. I need to remove some of the sprue in here actually. Nope, not removed fully. Removing sprue, my goodness, it's difficult. So that's how she'd look with this head. Again, that keeps wanting to fall down. Not that high up, but... which looks okay. I could get a bunch of demonette heads. Ribble and scrabble them together. Oh gosh, the entire thing got stuck there. I could use a spare bit of green stuff I've got here. And start like trying to demonette her hair up a little bit. I am not a sculptor of hair. I don't think I've ever tried sculpting hair before. And I think it would be very, very difficult. I could try giving a snake hair. Could cut off the hair with one of the demonette. Graft it onto this set of hair. Let's try that. We get a bunch of demonette heads anyway. And I've got the green stuff which we can work with. There we go. Okay, try putting it here then. Nope, not enough. And I just completely messed up there. Whatever. Now the issue is these are two very differently styled scopes of hair. Not super funny. But enough. I could literally just sculpt it onto here like that. Just a little bit more style. And I have destroyed a demonette head at this point. Which I do have plenty spare from the demonette box, but still. I want to get a knife into here. I'll work it into the hairstyle that's already there. There's been so many police sirens as of late. Absolutely insane. You ever get that thing though where you hear a police siren of like, oh no, they got me? I'm like, wait a minute. I've not done anything wrong. Why am I worried? Never seen this before. New model. Yeah, it's a. Well, it's not a new model. It's new to me. It's we turn it into a demon princess, but it's a Fangorian Lord is the base of it. Oh, I do not want to stay where I want to put it. Yeah. And also we've got like a world eater stuck there. Emperor cupcake it looks like. No. Oh wait, this one. My VTuber model. Oh yeah, this is for my VTuber debut when I debuted V2. This is V2 of my original model that I, you know, started VTubing with. Made by actual talented artists rather than just me. But based on my design that I originally made. Yeah, but I've just not used it since debuting it. For no other reason then I need to make, you know, get some screenshots of it for the thumbnails. I've just never bothered doing that until yesterday. Because I'm a lazy cupcake. No, 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 no. Now that's good enough, I think. Now, could the head still fit on now I've done all that sculpting? I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Icon, you hate this heat. Well, if you were a Khan worshipper, you know, you'd love the heat. Because, you know, Khan's all about that hot fire and magma. There's no such thing as a temperature too warm for the lovers of Khan. The heat is just another excuse to fight. I mean, the one bad thing about the heat from a Khan perspective is that you might not be an orc, but you still want a good fight effectively from your enemies. And an enemy that's too hot to fight isn't going to put up a good fight. There we go. He's kind of got secondary hair. Okay, I guess that's good enough. Let's look what I want to do. Wait, I wanted to put this arm in that hand. Like she just cleanly cut it right off. Why were you in all black clothes? Don't wear black, wear some white or something. You're in bad weather, you silly Billy. Oh gosh, idea. Break off the chain blade. And then put half the chain blade in this hand. It looks like she just broke the chain blade as he was about to like strike her with it. And just like make it a super clean cut. Like she just sliced it in half with her talons. Maybe they can bring them some ice water and lactites beforehand, make sure they're ready to fight. Nah, I don't think they'll do that. Come on. Stick. There we go. And then the chainsword just sticks out of the hand here. Something like that. like that. Like it's like, oh no. Oh no. My chain's odd. All white logo, sleeve, cotton, and big hat. The biggest, lightest hat you can have. Forced adoption. Oh, there we go. Where is my plasma gun hand? I had it to... Oh, it's in her hand. Yeah, obviously. Now, should I make it just like a... Like, because she cut off the entire... Nah. Nah. Should I've cut off the arm just under the glove? And in both cases, just allow them together with some green stuff. Ah, girls, I know. I'm gonna have to mute. Mute. Sorry, blooming hay fever's doing a number on me. Okay, stick some green stuff into here. Stick some green stuff into here. Don't need all this green stuff, so I just tear bits of it away. So there we go, I'll have some sort of like jagged lump there. And something similar on the other side. Like, I need to find something. Something with some text to it. Anything with a small hole? Pistol. There we go. Now that's a lot nicer. Like end of a... Reinforcing myself to adjust to the heat. Wearing all black to adjust to the heat is not a good idea. You're not a Tyrannid. And even the Tyrannid will just convert themselves to white. His hand's still holding the plasma gut pistol. Oh yeah. All you do is risk giving yourself heat stroke, sunburn, and other issues. I mean, I wore all black in the sun the other day, but that's because I wasn't going out in the sun for long. I didn't plan to. And that was bad enough. Actually, it depends. I guess Tyrannid could just turn their skin color darker. But I don't think the Tyranids have like melatonin and stuff like that to worry about. Since the skin's already incredibly leathery and thick, they'll probably convert into a lighter skin tone. For better to reflect the heat. And probably get a bit more carapace going on them. Like just thin layers of exoskeleton. That are breathable. Okay, here's the poor World Eater. His chainsword's gotten snapped in half. His pistol arm's been stolen. His head's being crushed in a claw. And he's being dragged off his feet. And also here's his pistol arm. It is the same head. I'm a bit sad about that, but there's not much I can do about it. Oh wait, I could give her a tiny horn. Tiny little horn on her head. Could I do that? Just a tiny green stuff horn. Or I could find like a bit of spike. Something out of this green stuff does not want to stick to her. I could find like some spiky things. Any spikes around here that I can use? No. No. A lance. Some teeth. I got some rib bones. I think rib bones might work. One for Terrorgeist. There we go. I've cut open my glove. But that's fine, because I didn't cut open my skin. Yeah, maybe just giving a horn should have been the thing I did from day one. I mean, I'm still on day one, but you know what I mean. There we go, she's got a little horn on her head. Oh, yeah, there we go. Making her look unique to us. There we go. For poor Daemon. Could I give her like another horn on the other side of her head? That could be fun. When using pieces this tiny, it is a bit difficult to actually do them with these gloves on. I'm gonna have to cut down the hand even more. Cut down the horn even more. So I've got a smaller face for it. would work. Demons. Demon engines. I need tweezers. No, I don't need tweezers. I just need to get better. Oh no, did someone mention Demon? Dr. Cards was here earlier. Don't worry about it. Dr. Cards loves the Demon engine. Do, 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 do. We all want demon engines. We all want them, it's true. Okay, maybe that's facing the wrong direction. That's knife. I almost said sword instead of knife. Turn that pawn around. You know, knife, pawn, sword. All the same difference, really. A knife is just a tiny sword. A horn is just a sword on your head. Oh no! Why is it sticking better to the metal than the plastic? I don't know, but it's useful. Until it's not. And now it's not. Tweezers unnecessary for me to do this super well. Tweezers unnecessary for me to do this. Not at all. Okay, what about that? She's got two horns. A bit lopsided. But who says they need to not be lopsided? I do. Now I'm knocking over one of the horns. Trying to fix the second horn and I'm ruining the first horn. Actually, no, they can be
Hello,
lopsided.
Cupcake.
There we go. Hi, Foxy. How you doing? We're building a demon prince. And it keeps going a bit wrong. Okay, so that goes like that. This goes in the hand. A plasma pistol in the hand is worth 2 in the hand. I mean, she's got 2 hands. Okay, so here we go. This is how she would look. She's not perfect. I would have liked to have made her a little bit more unique than what she is. But sometimes we just have to work with what we've got, you know? And what I've got is a demon prince of Slanesh. Very far spread out. There we go. Put this here. So my gloves. This weather is not designed for these gloves. My goodness. Or designed for my hands wearing these gloves. Well, she's knocking over the rock. She's knocking over a pillar. Or something. I don't know. Very hard to put this arm on the model. Well, there we go. She's just breaking the entire thing. There we go. She's breaking this. She's knocking over this pillar like she knocked over the pillars of a patriarchy. Yeah! To ascend to a high level in a Night Lord army. I mean, really, she is just a feminist icon, if you think about it. She started off life as the lowest of the low amongst Night Lord mortals on their ships. You know, because they need people to run the ships and to breed and to, you know, recruit into things. And she became a demon prince and one of the 4 major warlords of the Warband. Hunting world eaters like it's nothing. Beautiful. There we go. So, really, it's just an analogy. It's not that I made a mistake here with something being at a wrong angle. No. It's just, you know, it's Night Lords are so progressive. It's true. It's true. It's either the most popular faction amongst women. It is hilarious that Night Lords are one of the most popular factions amongst women. It's because they're vampires. Everyone loves vampires. Okay, but I'm not good on this arm on. I've only used white tack just so I can take it off when I'm painting. And put it back on once I've finished painting her. And that world eater below. And lots seem to love Curse. Okay, no. Curse is bad. Curse is... No one likes Curse. No one's allowed to like Curse. You can love the Night Lords, but you don't have to love the father. Yeah, how do you think she looks then? She's got a couple of claws. She's got the world eater at her feet. She's got a couple of horns on. She's got some extra demonette hair doing weird physics-defying stuff going on here. People fall hard for the emo look and that sick art of him on the red phone. I don't think I've seen the art, potentially. Even Curse doesn't like Curse, that's true. I mean, surely people would much prefer... Who's the other Primarch? The Raven Guard one. I always get the names confused. Korvax. Surely they'd prefer Korvax. Or Corvus, Korvax, whatever his name is. He's got the full emo look, but he's also a nice guy who won't flay you alive. Which, as far as nice guys go, that's like kind of a minimum. Curse is the kind of guy that says, I'm a nice guy, and then he flays you alive. And it's like, that's what nice guys do. And it's like, no, Curse. That's not what nice guys, that's what bad guys do. And so if they do call me a bad boy, I was like, ah, true. I then you forgive him because that was an amazing joke. Although Curse would never make a joke. Not one anyone would find funny anyway. Okay, so how long do we have left? Oh gosh, it is 7 already. I was gonna start building Demonettes, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 7 minutes past 7. We don't have time to build Demonettes. Oh. Took the entire stream just to make. What do we call her again? I forgot what we called her. Do. Look at a big old hippo though. Rhino, that's a massive model. It's absolutely amazing. Wait, she? Okay. This multi-part kit also comes with an option to build it as a normal tyrant. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, very cool model. But I need to get... What did we call our demon prince? I forgot her name. Sayadine! Yeah, for Bleskus. Sayadine for Bleskus. That's like a Skaven name, my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, where's Sayadine? You know, I'll build one of the Demonettes on the stream. I might as well. I like the poor worldie to hear. That's my favourite part of the entire model. Just like, you could just see he's looking at his James blade like that, going, Oh, that was my last resort. That just vanished while she's crushing my head and dragging me somewhere. This is my last resort. Do 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 do. Bow 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 bow. Who needs lyrics? I don't need lyrics. Although actually, sometimes I should listen to the lyrics because I found out the other day that that was, you know, I think I already heard that before and completely forgot. But like what the entire song is about, I'm like, oh, yeah, I never realised that. I just like bow 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 bow. Just sounding song. Oh, look at that cool little symbol there. We'll use a proper banner because I want to use this on like my chaos spawn, which are made out of script. Do 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 no 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 no. Are these back from when they numbered stuff? Nope, they are not. These are ancient models. Can we find the code on them? Not the code, the... Wait. I can't find where it's meant to have, you know, the thing where it says Games Workshop copyright X date. Is this before they stopped putting that, before they started putting that stamp on? All this got is a production code. No. No, that can't be true. Okay, this doesn't have it. Okay, the Seekers of Slanesh are from 2009. Um. Oh my gosh, there's so many faces in here. Okay, the other sprue. Maybe it's on the other sprue. Nope, it doesn't actually have a production date on them. My goodness. That's how old these models are. They don't have a production date. I never knew that was possible. I thought every single model had one. I mean, they're cool models though. The main thing that's aged about them is the hair. Although I am hoping that they do refresh the demons to some extent. Blue horrors, as cool as blue horrors are, they're completely and utterly monopose. At least demonettes and bloodletters have some options on them. And pretty much all of her arms and stuff are interchangeable with one another. Cupcake going through their own collection like it's an archaeological site. Well, it's usually every single if you look at any sprue you buy, it will show you the original date it was put into production along, like it will say Games Workshop, copyright, whatever date that the models were originally molded. And it's the case for pretty much every single model. Except really, really old ones that might not have a production date on. So this is a champion anyway that I'm making. It's like when we were making for old world models. It was hilarious just going through just how ancient some of the models were, like when they were originally put into production. That's what I mean by production date. It's not the date that it came off the press. It's the date that the first version of it came off the press. Or its design was finalized. Look at those big old claws. Look at those big old crab claws. There's a few things on these though, like there's the production code for it, I believe, just there. But sometimes you'll see on the sprues, like little tiny holes that look like pinpricks on them. And apparently that's from like different variation designs they've tried. Yeah, pink horrors, not pink horrors, blue horrors have the issue of it's a completely and utterly monopose kit. As much as I did enjoy putting the blue horrors together, like they're so much nicer to put together than bloodletters or even demonettes. I've not put together plague bearers. This is my first time ever putting demonette together. We've put together bloodletters before. There she go, champion with a big old hair. Let's put her next to a little skeleton. Little skeleton. Oh, he's so tall. What about next to one of these things? Oh, she's so tall. He's like Space Marine size. I mean, she's still very tiny next to this. I guess they're not quite Space Marine size. They're very hunchback. Oh yeah, I forgot that's not stuck on. to be careful there. But yeah, it looks like pretty much anybody can go with any leg, which can go with any arms here. Which is a very cool model. The main issue I'd say with the Demonettes is the heads. But also, for very fiddly, very small bits, I don't think that will change. I've built Clan Escher models, they're hell to put together. Which is why when I saw, the new Clan Escher models, I was kind of excited for them. Because they are... Oh wait, big old spiky horn thing. I don't know if that goes on. Yeah, I don't know if that goes on. Yeah, I was excited for the Clan Escher models. The newish ones. Because they look like they've got thicker arms. Which means that they should hopefully go onto the basis. They should glue together a bit better. That's the issue when you just got super thin arms on a model. Alternatively, what you're going to have to do, if you really want them to stay together properly, is like mold the body, the shoulder, and the arm together. So for effectively just going to build the torso. So effectively you got one half of the torso attached to one arm, the other half of the torso attached to another arm. But that's going to completely remove, a lot of it. Options that you wouldn't want to remove. Okay, I need to find a body that has... Oh no, all of them are the same. That's fine. Yeah, it'll be very difficult if you do stuff like that, add customization to them. There's always swings and roundabouts. It's possible a 2nd and 11th Primarchs to return. I think technically every single Primarch except Conrad Kurz can come back. Logar is alive. Perturabo is alive and doing stuff. Who else is alive and doing stuff? I'm stuck. I don't know who else is. Rogel Dawn can potentially come back. He's not actually dead. He's just lost somewhere. Vulcan is a perpetual. He can come back. Khan is, the webway. Again, it's possible for him to come back. Carfax is just in the warp somewhere being a bird. He could come back. Sanguinius is kind of coming back. What's Vogel doing? He just vanished one day, so it's presumed he's lost in the warp somewhere. That's mostly what he's doing. And as also, he could potentially come back. Like one day, he might just like he might disappear and then just come back instantaneously. Like, for him, not a single minute's passed. Or, like, a few minutes have passed. But thanks, what? Mumbo Jumbo. Being what? Mumbo Jumbo? I think so. I can't remember. I think they do have like a proper book with him and stuff in now, rather than it just being mentioned in lore of what happened. Which I've not read it. All I've got is the old mentions of it in the lore, just locked there somewhere in my head. Which is probably well out of date now. Sanguinius already, you know, is kind of coming back despite being dead. Legion of the Damned is with theorized with Ferrus Manus. Locked in my head, she means infinite labyrinth brain. True. Ogive Imperium Fist had Rogul Dawn's whole skeleton, but it was retconned to just be his hand. Yeah, there's a lot of weird lore changes. I can't remember if Gulliman was even like, you know, in stasis originally. I swear I remember reading about how Gulliman, his body was kept like he was dead. He was definitely dead. His body was just like preserved in stasis though. Rather than he was just like preserved on the cusp of dying, where he could be saved. So at this point, pretty much every single, the only one that potentially can't is Conrad Kurz. And that's because no one in the lore would want him around anymore. The Chaos dudes don't like him, the Chaos Primarchs. The Night Lords wouldn't try bringing him back. Well, maybe a couple would, but most of them wouldn't. And he was very much killed. And where do you know, like, there's been some rumor and stuff about the other Primarchs? Yeah, that doesn't really exist for Curse to the same extent. As Manners as Leader of the Damned would be crazy. It's true, it would be crazy. What's that? Hello, Guacamole. What demons? Oh yeah, we're doing Slaanesh. We've built ourselves. Gosh, this arm is purposely only white tacked on. We built ourselves a demon princess of Slaanesh of my Night Lords. And she's beating up one of my own World Eaters. Because the law of my Night Lords is that they assert my warband of World Eaters. And are currently hunting them down. We gave her horns. We gave her some cool little wavy hair. She stole his plasma pistol. We broke his chainsword. And Finfis is meant to go. Like that. Roughly. Yeah. And we're building just a few demonettes before we end. I read that for missing 2 Primarchs originally, so people to homebrew their own Primarchs. That would make sense. But now that's changed as the heresy is more fleshed out. Yeah. There's a lot that the Horus Heresy has done with the law. Although you can still homebrew your chapter as coming from one of the 2 missing Primarchs. Because isn't the 2 missing Primarchs? They technically still existed. Their gene seed still existed. Their gene seed was still stored in stockpiles, like with the rest of the Primarchs, and they got taken away. So in theory, you could have a chapter that's from them. Just like you can have a chapter like of Loyalist Space Marines that comes from the Thousand Suns. And you could have a chapter of renegade space marines that were originally ultramarines. And that does not contradict the law in the slightest. Lanesh. Yeah, I got the Hedonites of Selenesh. The Hedonites of Selenesh box was such a perfect box to release when it did. Because I just got the doing this said you can't have 3 detachment points at 1,000 points, and the Pact Band Zealots was 1,000 points. Before they announced their the fact that you could still have 1,000 points, have a 3-point detachment at 1,000 points, I decided to expand all of my Pact Band Zealot armies of Night Lords. Yeah, my Night Lords became corrupted. After 10,000 years, they finally fell to chaos corruption. But yeah, I decided I put 20 demons, demonettes, 3 fiends and 5 seekers into a single army. And guess what came out? Yes. I also going to turn the oh, what's it called? The weird demons that come in for bots. The characters into cultist firebrands. Or more likely just use them as cultist firebrands will look hell to convert. Bruce's consciousness may still exist in that relic that the Night Lord wears. So he could come back if he possesses one of their powerful psychers. Ooh. Do Night Lords even have many psychers? I know I've got a few psychers in my army, but... The Hedonites are great, yes. I really love the new box. Some people are a bit, you know, meh about the new box, the Spearhead. But it's great. It's amazing for savings. It's got a bunch of online-only models in it. Or some online-only models. And it gives you a whole load of models. I mean, I'm using them all for 40k, mind you. So... maybe I don't have much of a say in this. I think their blooming Battle Force absolutely sucked though. It's literally just the same as the previous Battle Force they had. With, and their previous Spearhead just with 1 more unit and Sigvald. Like, oh my gosh, that Battle Force sucked. Okay, now onto the tiny hands. The 2 missing Primarchs will... oh yeah, the 2 lost Primarch legions absorbed into other legions. Makes sense. The 2 missing Primarchs will come out if they actually divide the Imperium in 2, so each one. And each one will guide each side, trust me. GW told me this in a dream, I believe it. I have members that have the Curse's ability to predict the future. Wait, Curse also had the ability to predict the future? Oh my gosh, he sucked. He had the ability to predict the future and still died. The Falcon of all things. I mean, at least Sanguinius was like, I'm gonna die here. I know this. I've known this for years. But I'm still going to go there because I'm just that much of a Chad. And it was against Horus. You know, Demon Primarch. Well, not quite Demon Primarch, but the Chaos God powered up. Horus. Hello, Vengorian Lord conversion. Love these. This is what I did with my Demon Prince. Ooh. Mine's technically Demon Princess, because she's not a Space Marine. She just works with the Night Lords. I've actually got 2 Demon Princes now, and neither of them are... Both of them were originally Mortals and not Space Marines. One of them was just one that was summoned and bound to my Sorcerer of Siege. And the other one is a Mortal on the... in the fleet. You know, on one of the ships. While there was a power struggle going on, she took that opportunity to make a little Slaneshi cult, or a big Slaneshi cult, and became a demon prince. A demon princess, as was so fair she is. This wing is white tacked on because it's going to be held to paint otherwise. But there she is. Demonhood is a great equalizer. And look, so. I keep saying this. My Night Lord lore is paired with my World Eater lore for my own homebrew warbands, in which the Night Lords are hunting down the World Eater warband. And look, if you do Ways of Armies, it's up here. Yeah. And I tried giving her the crazy demonette hair that defies physics. We'll see how it is once she's painted it. And yeah, she's crushing his rabbit ears. The deep conjurer homebrew lore. I like that. But here we go. So we've built 3 demonettes. I love demonettes, they're so cool. They're actually that difficult to build. I thought they would be way worse. You just have to be really careful not to break them while they're drying. You're pretty. You can beat me up any day. I think she might want... It'll be less beat and more flay. Yeah, by the time any of the Chaos Lords or any of the warring people within my... Night Lord faction realised the Slaneshi cult had become, you know, risen and become as strong as it was. Yeah, it was a bit late. She had already become a demon prince and had significant influence through the warband. We're like, well, I guess she's now one of the warlords. She's mostly just has demons and cultists at her beck and call and spawn. Oh, wait, that means you've not seen. You weren't here, were you? When Jill says Mauler Fiends made from Terrorgeists. Sure if she wants. No! I love Demonette arms. That works so well. Actually, one of them's a Fiend arm, not a... This arm is from a Fiend. Because I've realised the Fiends had some spare arms. And that one is just from a demonette. I'm going to have to leave her here because that green stuff is not sturdy. But yeah, we got a Terrorgeist Mauler Fiend. Yeah, and she's called Princess. We made a collar from a World Eater banner. Not World Eater, Demonette. Not Demonette. Bloodletter banner. Oh my gosh. It might have been a Blood Crusher banner. I don't know. It's just in my bit spots. Yeah, amazing. I see it now. Larger arm. There we go. What are we doing? So there's the Demonette champion of our first squad. I might build these things off stream. Yeah, the banner is the most annoying bit to build here, my goodness. The rest of it actually isn't being too bad. The connection point on the arms is really good, and there's a bit of flexibility to the way you want the arms positioned. Like, you can rotate them. Very nice. And you can rotate the heads as well. I was not expecting something from a... I don't even know how old Demonettes are. Like it's, I think for older than 2009, 2006 maybe? That ancient. Cupcake, do you know the meaning of Yamato? And how many points of the Red Butchers? The Red Butchers don't have any models in 40k. So you just use normal Terminators, which are about 180 points. I'm not sure what they are in World Eaters. I don't use Terminators in my World Eaters. It's a half demon army. Yeah, I'm glad I kind of remembered. Like, at first I was, well, actually, wait a minute. Do I have it somewhere? Here it is. Yeah, I ordered this originally to be a Demon Prince, but then it turned out to be significantly smaller than I expected it would be. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I'm not just building a Slaneshi army, I'm building a Night Lord army. And what are Night Lords? Vampires. And then I remembered that I was like, oh yeah, I can use ghouls and stuff as like cannibal cultists. But if they just like throw into the enemy. Oh, that would be great. And Terrorgeist, Mauler Fiends. Hi, Comfy again. So anyway, we've done stuff. Yeah, this is a cool model. I don't know what I'm going to do with this model now. Like, it's a bit too big for most things, a bit too small for most of us. It's weird. I could give her a big tactical rock and make it a second demon prince. And she'll be much like, she gets the invigorating elixir, so feel no pain, or battle shock tests. Amazing. Would be a Celeste. Isn't Celeste like a greater demon? Like this is a bit too small to be. I mean, maybe like a demon-et thing. Like a mask or something, I guess. No, she'd be too big to be a mask. Wouldn't fit on for base. I don't know. Am I thinking of something else when I think Celeste? Oh, wait, is that for one where it's a demonette on the back of a demon prince? Is that the one you're talking about? I think she's, yeah. That's demon prince size for, I believe. And, I think, I could give her a tactical rock. I'd probably have to make it out of clay or something. I could definitely do that, like give her a mound to get to the extra height. If I do that, I'll probably replace this staff with one of the banner poles. Yeah, it's a cool model. You get what you pay for, though. That's very cheap. Yeah. I think in the end, I'm happy with how she came out. I did want to replace the head, but the head was a lot larger than expected, but not large enough to replace by like a Defiler head or Demon Prince head. But giving her some horns. I mean, okay, Chaos does have a lot of lopsided horns. That's fine. And giving her some crazy hair. Painting her up in Night Lord style would also help, I think. Make her unique. I can't remember what other model do I have. Oh yeah, that's it. Because I had two Juggernauts, I've got two spare bodies. The Defiler has the other spare body, tearing it to pieces in its claws. Yeah. And we got her. I do think that hairstyle looks very silly though. Like, rah, rah. Oh my gosh, Demon should have, you know, a Siren Call attack. Like do a pistol attack, 6-inch range. Strength 5, AP 0. No, maybe Strength 2. AP 0. Devastating wounds. Anti-infantry. 4+. And anyone targeted by it has to take a battle shock test afterwards. Like do a screaming attack. That would be cool. Maybe not devastating wounds. No, devastating wounds might be a bit bad for it. Maybe just make it anti-infantry 4+. And if it kills a model, they have to take a battle shock test. I hate Celeste. Great figurine, but it's so fragile. It does look fragile. That's true for a lot of demon stuff. This model also feels very like it'll be with all these stuff. Back when I was transporting everything in foam and cardboard boxes, instead of you putting magnets on the bases and magnetic trays, this would have been hell. But even now I can imagine, you know, reaching across the board and then plonk, getting caught. But anyway, I've gone well over time. I need to make myself some food. So we'll get the... I might finish Demonettes off stream. It depends. It depends how tomorrow's stream goes. I decided I'm going to finish painting these guys off stream. Because I've already painted one fully on stream. So it's just going to be the same process again. So... yeah, I've got lots of tidying up. So thank you for coming to the stream today. Big love hearts to you all. I hope you have a good... If Demonettes had anti-infantry deaths on 4s, I'd spam them in my battle call list. That would be sick. Demonettes
Bye to the best Warhammer girl.
Bye-bye, Native Engine. Oh, so hi, Native Engine. Were you here earlier? I can't remember. Well, bye-bye, everyone. Don't forget to like the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Make sure you work hard, but you play harder. Eat good food, sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat for cupcakes as a friend's not food. And also, what do we usually say? Oh yeah, take care of yourselves and be kind to others and vice versa. Bye-bye, everyone. Big love hearts. And how do I end again? This one. Yeah, smash. Love you all. And don't forget to like the stream.